Let's move back to the episode 9 thing here. So, returning cast members include, this is the part that interested me, everybody that you would expect, Daisy Ridley, Adam Driver, etc., John Boyega, and we'll be joined by veteran actors Mark Hamill, Anthony Daniels, and Billy D. Williams. It was interesting to me that they put Mark Hamill's name in the opening paragraph.
Well, so I'm assuming there's got to be flashbacks. There's going to be a large flashback, or we're just going to go balls deep with Force Ghost Luke.
Force Ghost, yeah, 100%.
You really think he's going to be like with Rey?
I hope so. If we don't have a fucking Force Ghost in the sequel trilogy, I'll be pissed.
I'm all right without it, honestly.
I just think it's
well, we already saw Force Ghost Yoda.
Well, true. Sorry. From a filmmaking standpoint, it would be perfect to have a Force Ghost training somebody new. And I don't like the fact that Luke wasn't in 7 at all and went out in 8. So I should rephrase that. I don't hate the fact that he went out in 8, but we need to see something with him in 9 to kind of close things off.
Well, he started. He's a huge arc.
Yeah.
So him, I don't care if people dislike how he went out and how he cut himself off from the Force, and he wasn't the happy-go-lucky jackass that we knew from the original trilogy.
Yeah,
I totally love that. It's a brand new Luke. He's older. He fucked up. A lot of people died because of him.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren is out there murdering people because Luke guessed wrong.
Right.
During a fucking wet dream. But I think they need to play out his conflicts with the Jedi Order. I think they need to play that out in a way that he is warning Daisy Ridley or warning Rey about his failures.
Yeah.
Just like Yoda explains to him, Master Skywalker, always learning, blah, blah, blah. Like we want to teach all the good stuff and everything we've done well, but failures as well. Failure is the most important teacher of all. He needs to start doing that with Rey in the next episode.
Yeah. 1,000%. I do have, wet dreams of a giant Force Ghost reunion council thing. I think that's a little too outrageous to be expected, but knowing that Mark Hamill was actually announced on StarWars.com as being cast for episode 9, I hope that it is him as a Force Ghost and not more flashbacks. I think the flashbacks worked in 8, and I think Weiss mentioned this when he was on the show, is that was a very storytelling thing that Ryan did in episode 8. I don't think that should become a theme. I don't think that flashbacks should become a regular occurrence in Star Wars. So him as a Force Ghost that's my hope.
What if they go really fucking ballsy and do a hard flashback? And what I mean by that is they spend like a half hour in a flashback. They go back and we really start seeing what actually happened with the downfall of Luke's Jedi Order.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because that could explain a fuck ton and make 7 and 8 even more epic.
It's hard to tell. If you had told me that before episode 8 came out that there would be a flashback, I probably would have said, no flashbacks in Star Wars, please. Thank you. But the way it was shot and the way it was made with that, I can't remember the name of the original director, but that whole sequence where there's one guy's story and then the other guy's story and then the true story. Like, I thought that was beautifully made. I never would have thought that ahead of time. So for me to say that I don't want any sort of flashback sequence in 9, I don't know. They could really do it right. Well, yeah, they could really do it well.
I'm not one way or the other. I'm not saying they have to. I'm not saying they don't have to. I'm just saying if you do, don't fuck around.
Yeah, 100%.
Don't CG out someone's nose.
No, they wouldn't do that. Other obvious updates. John Williams is back for episode 9. And I think we learned, it doesn't say it here, but I think we learned in an article a while back that this will be his last movie. So anything from episode 9 forward will be scored by somebody else. And I've been very happy with the scores for Solo and for Rogue One. I recently watched Rogue One again, and I posted something about how Tarkin his CGI recreation was absolutely gorgeous. Anybody that thinks that looked bad, I don't understand what the fuck you're thinking when you watch it. But as I was watching it, I was just noticing how great the score was. So very happy with how that turned out. I'm excited to have a different tone with the music. And then the big news here that everybody was kind of freaking out over. So the role of Leia Organa will once again be played by Carrie Fisher, using previously unreleased footage shot for The Force Awakens. And then Abrams says, a quote, "We desperately loved Carrie Fisher. Finding a satisfying conclusion to the Skywalker Saga without her eluded us. We were never going to recast or use a CG character." Thoughts?
That's the only way to do it.
I agree. Either not have her in that at all, or obviously use something where she was in the making of the scenes. So
I just hope they can splice it in. I just edit it right. I mean, they wouldn't put her in if they couldn't make it work.
Yeah, so, I'm confident. Like, I feel like a lot of the gripes with the Star Wars sequel trilogy just have to do with what you want the story to do. From a filmmaking standpoint, I don't really think they've erred in big ways. They're not going to make it bad. They're not going to like obviously make it look terrible. I think they'll do it tastefully. So I'm just curious. I'm happy that they announced it. I'm happy that they stuck with their message that we're not going to recast or use a CG character or completely leave her out of the movie. They're going to try to give her like a satisfying conclusion. So I'm pleased.
They need to do something. Episode 9. You got goddamn year and a half.
A lot of pressure.
Figure it out.
I think
there is a lot of pressure because of the pressure that the Star Wars fans have been putting.
Yeah.
Whether we like it or not, there is a lot of pressure out there all of a sudden. And if it's not the greatest movie of all time, people flip their lid. So
I think it's huge.
Yeah, this really could button up this could, no joke, make the sequel trilogy the best trilogy of all. I wholeheartedly believe that.
I think that's possible. Yeah. Yeah.
The way you end it could be fucking epic.
I would say for a little bit that episode 7 was the most pressure of all time, bringing Star Wars back. But I think with the backlash of episode 8, that now J.J. Abrams really has like the biggest task of any Star Wars movie is wrapping things up with episode 9. A lashback. I want to make sure
that's what's gonna happen. Like midway through episode 9, you're gonna go into a lashback, and it's just gonna be a picket or a fucking riot of Star Wars fans. J.J. Abrams sucks. I hate it.
Stop it. God damn, I'm pissed.